Hey, what's up YouTube? Welcome back and welcome back to my channel. It's March, one of the craziest months I have lived in my life, probably. Been through a lot, but this is one of the worst ones. Well, anyways, hope you guys are all staying safe. As you can see, got my door closed, staying in the garage, and the brake pad's a little low, warranty is off, so that's where we come in. So I'm gonna show you guys a little bit. It's a really quick way of doing it, and it's really easy. Not a rocket science, but those kind of things are easy. I got the brakes. So if you guys might think maintenance is very expensive on Mercedes vehicles, maybe some things are expensive, but if you know how to do it yourself, not really expensive. So I didn't buy any sensors. Yeah, there's no price on this, but I paid $50 for the front brake pads only. Since my sensors didn't go off yet, so I didn't buy those. And so all I did is got the brake pads. Let's jump on the passenger side and start wheeling the off. Alright, so before we do that, pull the cylinder off. So what you want to do is be careful, there's a sensor here. It's a brake sensor. Make sure you put your screwdriver on one side, and then you loosen your brake caliper. Alright guys, so I want to show you the sensor. Alright, see the sensor sits on the brake pads. This brake pad is not that bad, neither is this one. So let me go ahead and try to get this sensor unhooked. So we can go ahead and pull this pad out and then see if we have to replace this one or not. But I doubt it. But I'll see, because I haven't done this yet on this typical Mercedes, but alright guys, so we have this unplugged. This is your brake sensor. On a Mercedes, most of the cars that have brake sensors, this is where they sit, and this is the side of the pad. As you can see, as soon as your pad wears to the minimum, which is almost there, let me try to see this. Okay, so it sits right here in the slot, and see if your pad goes low. This area right here on the pad, on the little sensor, will get worn out. Okay, let me put this slide down. Let's do it this way. Alright, so this area goes against the disc and then pushes against the disc. Then this sensor right here, this thing gets worn out, scratched like a pad, like so, and will give you the brake lights on your dashboard. So what we're gonna do is you can just wiggle this one out. Should be pretty easy. They have a little clip on it, but
Most of the times they come off really easy, as long as you don't have any rust on your brakes. So try to wiggle this guy out. There you go. See this little clip right here? That's what holds it in. And this is your brake sensor. This is not too expensive. For this particular vehicle, they run about maybe 20 bucks, 30 bucks. Maybe not even that much, but I didn't check because I didn't need one. Yeah, but we're gonna pull this guy out and make sure we put it on a new one. And while you're doing this, we'll put this back in. Make sure that stays there. And when I'm done with the pads, these are the old ones. They're still good. They still got about 40% life on them. But since I'm doing the driver's side, already did this driver's side, I'll replace these guys at the same time and make sure they're done. And this disc is not so bad itself. It doesn't have any lip. It does have little grooves on them, but that's from the brake pads, I think, or maybe they replaced the brake pads but not the discs or something. A little rust, normal. Everything else looks pretty good. Alright, let's put these guys back in. Alright, so these are the brake pads, just a little different design. Alright, so we don't have the cylinder all the way back in. I do this the old-fashioned way. Vice grip, channel locks, or whatever you want to call these guys. As you push one in, then you go back to the other one. And see if you can hold it with your hand. You should be able to. As long as you go slow. This one came out a little bit. Let's switch. Let's go back. So this is not easy on every vehicle, guys. You know, this is DIY. Sometimes it's sometimes they don't want to go back in. Most of the vehicles, they'll have one cylinder in the middle, which is really easy. You just kind of grab it and push it back in. In front of these guys, this one has two, so you have to kind of go on, then out of the on, and kind of hold it back with your hand a little bit. And most of the times they just work like that. So let's put this back in. There you go, sensors back in. So put this through. The brakes in where they belong. Go back to the other side. Push these bolts out. And then you plug this guy in. There you go. And then you tighten them up. Alright, so I'm gonna torque these. So I gotta put these caps back in. Now do this here, and we'll gotta put the brackets here. So the easiest way to put this on is just kind of bring it over. So what you do, make sure they land on both sides. Squeeze it.
Alright guys, sorry about that.
My camera went out for a second. So I was doing a couple things here and I didn't capture anything. So make sure use some of these guys. So the reason I use this is so it's easier to take the wheel off next time, because sometimes the rust and brake dust and the heat can just seize up the wheel to the disc, and then you have to hit it hard and bang it and work with it in order to get it off. Well, so that's how you change the brake pads on the Mercedes GLS 450 2017. Very much basic, like on every other car since they were built, maybe since mid-90s and on. They have pretty much the same system, caliper system, 2 bolts in the back, push your screwdriver in the middle, right back here, push your caliper to one side to make sure they're loose. I'll loose the bolts totally, take this guy out because this bracket holds it from moving. Then you pull it off slowly and nicely. Make sure your sensor is disconnected, which is right here. Make sure you don't break it, because if you break this guy, then you have to replace him with a new one. And in this situation, we didn't need one, so I kept it, put it back on the new pads. The old pads are back down here on the ground. But put the wheel back on, and we'll go compare these pads with the driver's side and make sure they're all the same. Alright guys, so first thing you want to do after you get your brakes changed, doesn't matter front, back, and you might want to get in a car and pump your brake a few times. Make sure it's hard. Start your vehicle and pump your brakes a few more times. So just make sure every time after you change your brakes, get in your car, pump your brakes a few times, start your car, then pump them again. Make sure they're firm and stiff, so they don't go all the way down to the floor when you actually get in a gear. All right, so we'll go for the test drive and make sure there's no brake lights coming on or something. Go. We don't have any zombies crossing yet. Alright, so the brakes are pretty good now so far. You don't have to go all the way down with your pedal to actually feel braking. They're not shaking, not pulling to either way. Alright, everything looks really good. We have no vibration in the steering wheel while we're braking. I mean, we can stop and the car still goes straight. We'll go back to the house and call it a day and go ahead and start working on this video. So the brakes are all done. Alright, so that's gonna be it for today's video. I want to thank you guys for watching, and everybody that's been watching my videos so far, and those that have been subscribed to my channel. And if you haven't subscribed, please do so. That's gonna help me provide videos and make more videos. It's gonna give you more energy for the videos actually.